everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cool Hypatia bracelet, and this was designed by me. I made it up about a week ago, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial on it now. So I did post this on my Instagram, and I'm not going to bring up my Instagram profile because I will have it in the description box below. But this is just what it looks like. It's pretty stretchy and comfortable. I used 6 sections here to fit my wrist, but you can use as many as you need to fit yours. I'm just going to go ahead and get right into this. So what you're going to need is 2 hooks. I would recommend 2 hooks. If you don't have them, you can use one. It's just a little bit more difficult. Also, if you have a double-ended hook, that would work really well. You're going to need 2 colors of bands, or 4, however many colors you want. I used 4 different colors in these sections here, but I'm only going to be using one today. So let's go ahead and just get started. So the first band that we're going to be placing is the white in this bracelet. So I am using white Persian today, and what you have to do is just cap 1 band on your hook, like that. And then take 2 more of your white Persian bands, and just pull that cap band. Oops. This hook is a little bit small. Okay. And we're just gonna, oh my gosh, I can't seem to pull this cap in through. Okay, so just pull that cap in onto those 2 bands and make sure to arrange them so that the 2 in the middle are the same band, just like that. So these 2 in the middle are the same band. Then you're going to take 1 of your other color, and here I used the 4 shades from the Blue Paradise Mix, or Sweets Paradise Mix. Today I'm using Jolly Green. So you're going to put this on your hook, and you're just going to pull through the first loop, the first white loop, the outside, and put that back on your hook. And then what you're going to do is take a white Persian band. You're going to pull through all 3 of these loops on this side, so these 2 green and the 1 white. You're going to pull it onto your hook, and we're going to be lifting the middle band. So this green here, oops, this white band is in the way. This is the middle green band. You're going to pull it back up onto your hook, just like so. Then what you're going to do is take another of your green. You're going to pull it through just this outermost white. So pull it through and put it back on. So now you have 3 green loops in a row. You're going to take 1 of your white Persian, and you're going to pull through the first 3 loops, so all 3 of these green loops, just like that. Then you're going to lift again the center, so that's this green loop, put it back on the hook. Should look like this now. What we're going to do is now turn this around and put this on the other hook, or slide it to the other end, or transfer it around, whichever you like to do, because we have to do the same thing to the other side now. So making sure that this outside band here is the same as the one that's connected to this green band down at the bottom. You're going to take another green band, pull through this first white onto your green band, and then reattach. You're going to take your first white, or another white, sorry, and you're going to pull through the first 3 bands. All this is on the other side, so just those 3. Then you're going to lift, the green band here, the middle one. It's a lot harder to do on camera. And then you're going to take 1 more green band. You're going to pull it through just the first white loop and reattach. And then take a white Persian band and pull through the first 3 green bands. You're going to lift the second one, or the center one, put it back on your hook. So now it should look like this. It should be symmetrical on both sides. And now what we're going to be doing is, now that we have 4 bands here in the middle, we're going to grab 1 white Persian band, and you're going to pull through the first 6 loops. So it's these 2 outside loops here, then the 4 center ones. You're going to leave these 2 on your hook, and what you're going to do is then simply just lift these first 2, because we want the 2 outside loops on our hook, and then all we have left is the 4 center bands. So it should look like this now. What we're going to do is take another green. You're going to pull it through, again, that first white Persian band, and back on your hook. Take another white, and then pull it through the first 3, lift the second or the center one, put it back on your hook, and we actually do have to turn this around because of the way that the center bands grab the center white Persian grabs the 4 middle bands, so we do have to turn this around, but for the first one it's a little bit different. For the first 2, grab a green band, pull through the first white loop, and put this back on your hook. Then take your white Persian and pull it through those first 3 green loops onto your hook, and then pull up the center green. So now it looks like this, and again we have 4 bands in the middle here. We're going to take another white, pull through the first 6. You can also take off the first 2 and then pull through the 4 middle and reattach the first 2 here. But I like to just lift them back up, put that back on, and rearrange so that they are these 2 bands here on the outside. So now we have 3 of the 4 little loops here, so we're going to do this one more time. Again, taking a green band, pulling it through just that first white, and grabbing a white, pulling it through the first 3 green, and then lifting the center. Turn this around on our hook. I like to kind of pull my bands down so it's easier to stick a hook through. Then grab one more green band, pull through the first white Persian, put it back on the hook. Take a white Persian, pull it through just those first 3 green, and lift the second one, reattach. We have 4 bands in the middle. Now what we're going to do is pull through 1 white Persian band through the first 6, and then pick up the first 2. So now it should look like this. Now what we're going to do is just simply pull through 2 more bands, 2 white Persian bands, through all of these loops on your hook. Just like that, and then you're going to reattach both ends. So that is the beginning of your first section, just like it is here. And you're going to do the same thing that we did at the beginning all the way up. I will do a second section here a little bit faster with a little bit less explanation because I think you guys can get it by now. It's really just the same process for these last 3, just the first one is different because of the amount of bands that we have on our hook. So what we're going to do is, just like in the beginning, take a green band, pull it through just that first white loop, put it back on your hook, take a white band, you're going to pull it through the first 3, that includes this 1 white Persian and the 2 green, lift the green, and then we can do the first 2 before we turn it around because of the way we loop, I guess, and then just pull through the 1 first white Persian, and pull through a white Persian through the next 3, and lift. Now that we've done the first 2, go ahead and turn this around, and same thing on the other side. Again, make sure that this green on the outside is the same as the green that connects, or the white on the outside is the same as the white that connects to the first green band here. Sometimes they get twisted. Okay, so you're going to pull through the green, and pull through the white through the first 3, and lift, and repeat for the second green. Oops, and lift that. And then take a white band, you're going to pull it through these 4 center bands, and lift the first 2, just like that. And then we're going to do the next 2 steps. So again, just like the second one, we're going to pull through a band and just continue doing this process. Remember, we do have to turn around our, I guess we have to turn around our entire bracelet when we are doing this next part. Again, take through that first band, and the first 3, and lift. And again, there's 4 white bands in the middle. We're going to take 1 more and pull through the first 6 loops and lift the first 2. And then 1 more green band to this side. and a white band through the first 3, lift, turn this around, and another green band through the first white, and another white through the first 3, lift the second, and then we're going to grab the 4 center bands with another white, and then lift the first 2. And then once we have this, we're going to close it off by adding 2 more of the next section, or of our whites for the next section, and then reattach, and you're going to continue this until it is long enough to fit around your wrist. At the end here, I did only pull through 1 band to attach my C-clip to, rather than 2 here, so you do whatever you like. But that's all I'm going to do in this tutorial, so thank you for watching. Make sure to give a thumbs up. Oops, that did not go well. Be sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have my Instagram name in the description box below if you want to check that out if you haven't already. I usually post, or I always post my new designs there before I post them here on YouTube, so if you want a preview of what I'm going to be posting, go ahead and check it out there. And yes, that's all I'm going to have. I hope to see you next time.